Welcome to a technical lesson on how to draw the face, the figure. It's not easy drawing a face. Oftentimes people, and myself included, feel it's daunting or scary to try to draw a figure, but there's actually ways to make it easier. So today's lesson is going to sort of break down the anatomy of the face, the general anatomy of the face, and help us to find little tricks and measurements that will help us to create the figure. I'm going to be using a black Sharpie so that you can see it on the camera, but it's much, much, much easier to draw with a pencil. So first things first, the shape of the face. A circle, a square, no, we know that the shape of the face is generally an oval. So you're going to go ahead and draw an oval on your paper. Take up quite a bit of the space because we're going to be really working on a big space to help us. Okay, here's my oval. Oh, let me darken it with the black so that everyone can see it. So start with an oval. There we go. First things first, an oval. Next, very simple, we're going to chop the face in half vertically and horizontally. I like using a ruler, it's really helpful to have a nice straight line. I'm actually going to use a pencil for this, so that you don't have to, so that I can erase it. Already I can see my line should be a little bit lower, so I'm going to actually lower that line a little. Well, let's see. You can measure as well with the ruler, that's a nice thing. So it's 6.5, oh no, it's maybe just a hair lower. We'll put it right there. So a lot of this is done by eyeballing it, by feel, but the ruler can help you be more precise. Okay, so we have our face cut in half. Now what's really cool is this really helps us place the eyes, the first thing we're going to place on our figure. The eyes are halfway down the face. So the eyes are going to go here, right on this line. Oftentimes, we draw the eyes too far up, way up where the forehead is. And we forget that with the roundness of the head, the hairline, and the forehead, the eyes are actually really just halfway between what would be the top of the head and the bottom of the chin. So this is where the eyes are going to go. Again, that helps us understand the roundness of the face. Before I draw the eyes on, though, the next question is, where do you put them? Again, another common problem is putting them too far apart, too close together. So how do we get that correct spacing? Well, 5 eyes would fit from this line to this line. So what you can do is draw 5 equal oval eyes. And once you've drawn 5 equal oval eyes across the line, the 2 that drop in the eye sockets are where your eyes would be. So there should be a space for an eye, your actual eye, another equal space between the 2 eyes, your eye, and then another space, the same width as your eye over there. I'll go ahead and darken it with my Sharpie here. And we can already see that the eyes are right where they're supposed to be, and in the right size and place. Now we're going to divide this face again. So the eye line to the chin, we're going to find halfway between here and here, and make another line. Looks to be about, I'd say here. Now on this line is the space between the nose and the top of the lip. So that'll help us again with our proportions. If you center the nose on that line, it'll be nice and proportional. So I'm drawing in my nose, and I'm drawing the top of the mouth right below. I'll darken it quickly so everyone can see. starting to come together with our proportions. So I put the nose just above that line and the mouth just below that line. And that helps you again with the correct proportions. The distance from the eyes to the nose will now be in about the right place. These are very general directions for a face, because each person's face is very unique, and that's what makes all people so beautiful. So again, look at these as general guidelines, and then when you're drawing an actual face, you might notice someone's nose is a bit higher or a bit lower, and that helps define individual characteristics. Next, I'm going to add in the neck. It should come scooping inwards and outwards. The ears are going to start at about the line of the eyes. That's where the tops of the ears will go, on the sides of the face. Adding eyebrows, always important. The eyeballs in the middle. I'll pause because I've done quite a bit of additions so that you can follow along. So I've added the ears, the neck, and the eyebrows. And now I'm just going to quickly add some hair, any type of general hair, giving my person a side part. They're kind of gender ambiguous, which is great. So the hair is what really makes up that larger top part of the oval. And now you can see that this person is nicely proportioned in just the right spaces where eyes, nose, ears, and mouth go. So using this technique will really help you when you're drawing a portrait, drawing from a photo, drawing from a person, drawing just from your imagination. It will really help you get your different parts of the face in just where they belong. Now, if you did draw in pencil, you can go ahead and erase some of these lines. So erase that big line in the middle of the face, which you should have drawn in pencil. I was using markers simply for teaching purposes. I'm going to erase that eye line with all those extra eyes. Erase this line. And your person should be coming together. If you've drawn, again, well, you should have drawn in pencil, the next step will be to add things such as, often right above the eye, there's an eye crease. So you can add an eye crease right above the little eye. You can add eyelashes. You can add shadows. So again, often under the eye, there's a shadow. There's a shadow along the edges of the top of the nose here. Those ones will help bring your sketch to life. Along the outsides of the nostrils, you can sketch lightly there and darken those areas, almost like a triangle shape. This little cleft in your lip right here, the space. Under your chin, there's usually a groove here. We'll add that groove. The edges of the face, usually where your cheekbones are. And then under the neck is another place where you could add shadows. Once you've drawn them in with your pencil or your charcoal, you can come back with a blending stomp and darken the areas like this. And that'll help you to give your face and your sketch more volume. The original places that we were drawing was just to get things in the right place. And this will give your person more volume. So you can see some shadows I started to add to give my sketch some more volume. And from there, the sketch, you just continue to work in more and more detail. So seeing everything that you can, capturing it as best you can, the darker areas, the lighter areas. You can always use your eraser to lighten different spots and adding shadows along the edges. So good luck with your sketch. Practice, 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 and hopefully you can use these little techniques to help bring your creations, bring your sketches to life.